Hello, Sagittarius. My name is Queen, and I'm here to give you a reading today. I want you to know that spiritually I was called to set up you guys' reading in a certain way. And not only that, but it's going to be a new method I'm going to be using going forward. Spirit guides advised me this would be a more profitable method. So by doing so, I have my known crystal used for keeping me grounded. This is the crystal I like to use, and I have that over the cards, so that way the cards are charging from my grounded perspective and energy. And then of course, I'm not gonna say my crystal's name because as you see them, if you're really into crystals, you would know them. And if you want me to actually go into depth with a channel or page regarding my crystals and how I use them, then I could start doing that for y'all, but it won't be in regards to the readings though. So if you're learning one way and then you come over and you know about the crystals, then good. Those that don't, do your research. You have to put in an effort to be better at things, okay guys? Okay, perfect. It's not gonna make it easy for y'all in every video. We're gonna make you work for it. Anyway, this is my favorite crystal, and I have this over this lovely deck. I was called to use this for you guys' readings today, and this is my Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. So you guys will have this one on your reading today. And when love has been calling to me, so you guys are probably gonna have a love reading here. And I have rose quartz. This one, you got one crystal off me, sneaky doll, but it's a rose quartz. I have this one on top. I try my hardest not to say the crystals, but you got one. I also have my oils today. I'm going to be using this, and I use this as I touch you guys this deck and shuffle them, so that way the cards aren't sticking. And not only that, but I've noticed it helps me get the answers better. So we're going to do that. You guys also have candles burning today, and of course it's yellow, so yellow might be really important in you guys' life. You guys might be seeing a lot of yellow. Your favorite color might be yellow. I forgot what chakra that was yellow. I'm gonna have to look into that, and I'll put this in the comments during the reading, so by the time you guys watch this, it'll be in the comments of what chakra it'll be, or matter of fact, I'll put it in the description what chakra yellow is. So look in the description. Okay guys, but sorry for talking, but I'm just giving you a rundown of how you guys' reading is gonna go. Also, I want you guys to know how I read. So how I read is, we're gonna go in a stature. It's gonna be what energy represents you. The next pull I do is what challenges you're dealing with. The card that I pull after that will be who you're dealing with, right? And then the end of it will be the advice from spirit regarding the situation. Okay, I do have an American bully. This is her home, so she might hop up on the bed. If she's in this vicinity as I'm giving you guys a reading, it's a confirmation that what I'm saying to you guys is reaching someone. And that's how I'm going to take that, because she's very spiritual dog. So if a reading is calling, that's when she kind of gets nosy. If a reading isn't really calling, she just kind of says, and she's kind of in the background, okay? So let's get into it for vibration wise. Also, I'm still fairly new, so I do have my Dex book on my side, so if I do refer to it, let me grow, okay? Let me grow. Let's get into it. First, we're going to start with your lovely tarot. I like to start there. We're going to move the decks out of the way here, let them charge up with the crystals being on top, and then as I need them, I'm going to grab them. Okay? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, God, divine, please speak through me as I deliver the message for Sagittarius today. I ask for you to please speak through me as I shuffle the cards and delivering a message for Sagittarius today. For any reason If I have any confirmations, you know how to make my candles flicker. Let me know I have confirmation. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I love when they flicker like that, but they scare me a little bit when they do that. Makes me be like, please don't burn my house down. You know? What's that emo where the dude was like, that's how I be looking when the candles get the flickering and be like, look, I get it, stop flickering. Can I get a message for Sagittarius? Please, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, give me the message for Sagittarius today. How y'all doing, Saggy? I'm picking it up. I adore Sagittarius though. I'm an Aries, but I've always been drawn to Saggies. Don't know why. Y'all adorable though. They got adorable energy. Yes, I said adorable. Some adorable energy, Saggies. Y'all be trying to act bold, but y'all just really just some teddy bears. Just some teddy bears. Like y'all be coming with the whole rah, but I be like, do you not know who you're talking to? I am like the fire starter. Come on now. Come on now, Sag. And when I see through y'all, why I turn y'all on so much, Sag? Y'all like that. Alright, Sagittarius, let's get into y'all reading, okay? I'm hearing this is the last shuffle before I start flicking, so let's see. Let's see, honey bunches of oats. You know what I'm saying? Dang. Oh, that's y'all coming in straight up. Knight of Swords. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I like to show y'all the cards. Knight of Swords. I see y'all. Y'all coming in with a message. Y'all coming in strong. Got something to say. You want to be seen. I'm picking that up. Y'all want to be seen in something. Noticed. Possibly noticed in a job position. Interesting. Can I get a message for... Ooh. Let's start that over. Can I get a message for Sagittarius, please? Can I get a message for Sagittarius, please? Can you give me 2 more cards to represent Sagittarius? Popped out Wheel of a Fortune in reverse. I got 1 more card, so let's see. I do by 3, so. Can I get a message for Saggy? Can you tell me again what energy Sagittarius is coming for? Ooh. I love this oil. These cards is thick. They new, so I gotta wear them here. That's why I have the oil. Ooh. The 2, they want me to take both. Actually, my whole deck isn't like that. It is something like that. I just heard to make sure I did. The Hangman. King of Cups. I'm telling you, like, there's a major change coming for sure. You're going through or trying to avoid a change. Something's turning. King of Cups. Nice. It's almost like you guys can see the horizon. You know, you might be feeling like you're just coming out of a very difficult path, and then you see in the horizon your destination, and yeah, you're not there, but it's almost like y'all be like, I'm not there, but I can see I'm almost there. It's almost like that moment when you stop, like when you're like, for example, like me, I'm back on my exercising journey, right? So if I were to go hiking and I reach the top of the mountain, right? Yeah, I know I gotta come back down, or I do know that there's more to go in the hike. However, it's just taking in the fresh air, taking a minute to take in what you are accomplishing so far, like what you've been picking up on so far. Like taking a minute to like, now look at that horizon. You know, one of those Sagittarius moments, and I love that. It's like you're just like, yeah, I know I still got more to go, but look at that beautiful sight, you know. It's taking in your surroundings. It's what I'm picking up through that card, but I'm also picking up in the energy. And then with this, it's almost like, you know, you good in a way, like you feel great, you know, you emotionally, you feel great, like on an emotional level. Like if you look at this card, look how pretty this card is. You see the waves through all the emotions that are coming in, are coming through. You're not even moving, you just kicking it. The waves are splashing in, out. You're not even worried about getting wet. You just okay with it all. At peace with it all. I like that, Saggy. Usually I wait till I get done before I start, but that's a good start, though. That's a good start. For you, it's a good start. That's just, but it's letting me understand you. So when we get to whoever you're dealing with, we can determine what's going on. But what challenges? They dropped one already. Like they just be ready. Yikes. Yikes. Something's keeping you awake at night. I don't know what that is, but either something's keeping you awake at night, or you just feel burdened with something. Betrayal after betrayal, betrayal after betrayal. I'm hearing like, I can't catch a break. You feel like I can't, nobody can just, like emotionally you feel good, but then it's like the challenges you come in with is just betrayal to betrayal, betrayal, betrayal. Like, yeah, you good emotionally, but these are challenges that you're dealing with. Like people that you can't find, people that don't want to put a knife in you. You can't find one person that don't want to stab you. Maybe you be going through like issues, drama. People always want to try to start something with you. You cool. It's like you over here big chilling, and then it's like somebody like, hey, I want to stab you. And you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. But you're just kind of like, you okay, mama? Choking? What you got? You stuff alone. What is you doing? You being a bad puppy, isn't you? Yeah. Go in your room. Go in your room. Go on in there. Go on. Go on. Shh. Go in your room. You know you got into something you shouldn't have got into. Now you gonna look at me like you eat. Go here. Go. You got 5 seconds. 1. Children. Children. Anyway, back to it. You should be playing with me. I'm so sorry for that, Sagittarius. My dog. Children. Hey, did I say sneak out? Get back in your room. Go on up in there. Pause and everything. Get back in your room. Shoes. That's what I thought. This is the Aries of a child I am dealing with. Stubbornness. Stubbornness. Ooh. Anyways, what are some other things that Sagittarius is struggling with? I'm leaving it in there. I'm not editing nothing. Jeez. Okay, I was told the top card, and they are kind of stuck. Yikes. They are kind of stuck. Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry. I heard some people be coming up to you with these offers, thinking they something, but they really not. Like, they come up to you and be like, hey, it's like they try to sell you on shit you know is crap. And you're just like, you don't think I know that that's shit you trying to give me? And you try to make it seem like what you offering is what I want to deal with, and I don't. But with the mixture of these 2 cards together, it's kind of giving me like, people might be coming in your energy talking about, the whole time they want to stab you. The whole time they want to hurt you, get over on you. You know what I'm saying? Do something to hurt you. Meanwhile, they offering you shit at the same time. Like, who the fuck? These are challenges that you're dealing with. Like, who is these people? who is these people? What's going on? What's going on? One more card for challenges, please. I heard it. It's the bottom card I tried to flip. High Priestess. Interesting. Ooh, man. Excuse me. I love this card. Isn't she pretty? High Priestess. I'm hearing you take the higher ground. Like, when people do this, your challenges is that you've been taking the higher ground, and you're probably at the point where in your Sagittarius energy where you're like, when's enough's enough, right? I took the high road. I didn't spaz out on you people, even though I know your whole intentions was to give me crap, and I also know your true intentions was to hurt me, yet I'm still giving you High Priestess. I'm still giving you the High Priestess. I'm still being nice to you, because I could have been a lot worse. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing somebody say, I could have been nice to you. I'm being nice to you. Despite the disrespect, I'm still gonna be cool. I'm still cool on you. That's pretty dope, Sagittarius. That's pretty dope. I mean, that's an involvement for you. It is. Because Saggies, I've met a lot of toxic, karmic Sagittariuses, and this is not how they moved. So for you, this right here for an involvement is pretty dang amazing. Whoever I'm speaking to, I mean, honey, you put other Sagittariuses to shame when you come in the building, because you're completely in your power if you're coming like that. You're in your power if you're coming like that, because you're respecting yourself. You're respecting yourself. You're respecting how you go about things. You're respecting how you move. You know, this is phenomenal. Sorry, I got a little distracted with a crystal there. But phenomenal, Sagittarius. Phenomenal. If you're moving like that, that's a good evolvement. Hercules, 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 Hercules. Hercules, Hercules. Because this, high priestess. Gone girl. Gone girl. Or gone girl. You feel me? Hercules. I might need to meet you. This is how you move it. This the kind of friend I need to have. Sagittarius and that kind of energy right there. You know what I mean? Who are you dealing with? I'm so intrigued. Who are you dealing with? Gotta boost that down. I heard him move it down. Oh, wow. I think they just knocked out 3. I think they just knocked out 3 on the, yep, they did. They knocked out 3 exactly. It's crazy. This is someone with the energy of the 6 of Pentacles. We also have the energy of the 5 of Pentacles. Someone you left out in the cold. Someone you are not talking to this person. 4 of Pentacles. Yo. You got to be kidding me. I'm looking to that 6 of Pentacles. What I'm feeling from the card when I'm looking at it compared to what it might mean, I need to reevaluate that one. This 4 of Pentacles. Pentacles energy is interesting to me. This person always Pentacles the whole way through. Like nothing else. Like I don't see no emotional like cups. Like what's going on with that? I did hear that when I first looked at the other one. Yeah, I got that when I seen that card. Okay. I can see why trusting your instincts when doing readings it comes into play, because when I first seen the card, that's exactly what I got. I got that. I got that with that. That's what I'm saying. I can see why they say just trust your instincts with a lot of the times, because immediately that popped in my head when I seen it. Okay, let's go over what first came in my head based on, and then let you know that the card it did match up. So when I first saw this card, I thought of someone who is financially abundant and is a giver, like gives to the homeless. You know what I mean? Like they like to show it though. Um, like it's two energies here that I got. Like it's two. So there's one energy of someone who's really wholesome. Like when they see a person in need, they're just giving. They're just, as you can see, a couple coins at their feet. You know what I mean? And just giving. Take what you want. Take what you need. You know, very generous person. Very generous energy. Right? But then also I got the energy of somebody who's like, you know, they like to just show that they're doing this, but this is not really who they are at their core. You know what I mean? I got two different energies. So whatever one resonated best with your situation, because there's a lot of Sagittariuses I can feel that's going to be watching this. So keep in mind, Sagittarius, that whoever this is, they probably either feeling like, oh, I could trust them, because they're so kind to the people around them, and then they're doing it from their true heart. And then there's some of you that are dealing with someone who's pretending to be like this. Because with this, it's isolation, it's being in the cold, you know what I mean? Not in communication, like someone you're not talking to. So that's the reason why I got the other version of that, because you could not be talking to this person because either you found out that they were pretending to be like this and you just cut off ties, and then this person's not really understanding their emotions well enough either. They're too busy focused on what this could be doing for them. Oh, why? That was so loud. First of all, let me go back, because that was so loud. Spiritually, that was extremely loud. I don't know if any other readers deal with spirit like screaming at you, but man, it feels like a sonic wave. It's like, you know, that speaker when somebody like puts them too close and stuff, like you're just kind of like, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I got. And I guess that's because that's confirmation for me to like say it the way I picked up on it. So how I picked up on it is, I'm getting that this person is probably someone on social media or somebody who uses poverty for views to gain financial money. So that's the reason why they're in this energy. They feel as though they see it for the money perspective, not the emotional perspective of how you may see it. Like, you may see it like you're doing this shit just for money, bro. And I came to you thinking that it was generous heart. Like, I was watching you feeling like you had a generous heart giving back to people, but in reality you're not doing it for an emotional reason. You're doing it because you want to financially gain off of it, and so you're putting it on social media or whatever platform, whatever way, to make themselves look higher than. And so therefore you might have cut off communication with them, and they're in the cold about it because you see them as in the cold about it because you felt like you expressed yourself, and this person's not seeing it in the way you see it. They see it in a way of, well, I'm paying the bills, like, what's the problem? But then you're just kind of like, well, then you can go in the doghouse, my nigga, because I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't like people like that around me. And I think that's probably how you see this person's energy. That's what I'm picking up on. Oh, it's like a speaker. But the way I saw that, that's when my ear just rang. So I said it the way I saw it. The Spirit says, so that's how they wanted it to be delivered. Okay, for those that see, like, in a positive perspective, because again, I did see it a different way, right? So for those that say, oh, I see this guy, he's really generous, really kind. However, for some reason, you felt like, yeah, you see the sweet and kind, and you might have thought that they were going to be doing it, and the way you saw them, you might have thought they were the kind of person that isn't really seeing the emotional aspect of it. They're too busy focused on the financial aspect of it when you're having conversations, and thus you felt like their intentions were good, and so you cut them off. For some reason it was the first one, because I heard them say it's the first one. I heard them say it's the first one. They're like, oh, well, it's the first one. So, so I was like, okay, excuse me. What advice do you have for them, Spirit? Y'all know, like, as soon as I get to going and drop them out, I'll be like, come on, man, can you give me one of this, like, shuffle? No, they ready. Like, see what I'm saying? They want all three, right? I bet it's three in it, and it's all is four. Y'all be dropping too many. Y'all be wanting me to keep that. Interesting. That's why I got to buy my deck, though. And I had Justice in reverse behind that, so if you've seen it at the top of my finger, but I got this. This is what caught my eye. They don't even want me to acknowledge that Justice either. They're like it's this. Sorry, so fun. Oh, we got a gift for you, or something's about to grow. What you don't see coming is probably you. My Queen of Wands. This is their advice for you. It gave me 3 of Swords. So yeah, this probably really hurt. It's probably really hurt your strength. I love it. Like I said, it's probably you that grew. Death. You're putting an end to something. You cannot make this. I'm just saying, you can't make it up. The way the cards is falling, I'm reading what I see. Okay. What you want me to do? I'm hearing the manifesting oracle, so that's what we'll start with. Mind you, all these decks are what they're saying to be used for your reading, so that's what I'm going to do. You are going to experience all of them, okay? Man. had an interesting reading so far. I do want to dive more deeper into tarot though, because I'm like, what's going on? But I had to get into these, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm curious, I'm like, what's going on? Woo. Man. Saggies, if this reading is resonating so far, please leave a like on the video. Don't do me like that. Like the video. Let me know that when you've seen it, yes, it resonated, or something in here that you're taking away from the reading does make sense to you. Okay? So I'll know to keep on going. This little girl is just so bad. She don't think I see her. Get away from there, because you just got in trouble for it, and you come over here messing with it. Do you hear me talking to you? You die and shit, you move up out of there. Go back up in there. Children. Spirit. Oh, man. I didn't even ask the question. And for those who didn't get a chance to read it, let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intentions. I am aligned with spirit. My question was going to be, what's the energy for you? That's what dropped out. Y'all energy is nice, Saggies. It's so nice. Y'all are so nice. I like it. Let me get 3 more for Sagittarius, please. Let me get 3 more for Sagittarius, please. Can I get 3 more for Sagittarius, please? I'm interested to know what they got going on too, if it allows me. I'm sorry. My PlayStation is on, so if y'all hear my friend in the background, I apologize. We're just gonna leave him in the video though. Let's take that as confirmation. Yeah, he just gonna have to be talking to himself in the middle of a reading. So, dang. You guys have a sweet harmony. It says here, let go and allow abundance to flow into your life effortlessly. I release expectations. One more. This is the true north. It says here, align your decisions with spirit guidance to get direction. Yeah, so align your decisions with spirit's guidance to get your direction. It also says here, I know the way to go. I think that's beautiful, darling. I know the way to go. I think that's really important. It shows a compass here. Like you're following your heart. That's how I'm getting that. I'll follow my heart. When it comes to this person, this situation, I'm gonna just follow my heart. I like that for you. I do. Yeah, let's get into the little cards. Let's see who we dealing with. And I love these cards right here in this black box. This is my favorite deck to play with. Like when I got these, I was my spirit guys knew what they were doing with these right here when they told me to get them. Man, me and my little babies real quick. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, please give me a message. Let's start with Sagittarius. Give me 3 cards that can symbolize how they may be feeling about this person. Cards may land in reverse with these as well, so keep that in mind. They ready. Okay, I feel you. Okay, I feel you. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Ooh, there you go. Respect space. Says here, respect each other's need for space and independence. Encourage personal time, support individual interests, and trust that space can strengthen your bond. So you are not talking to this person. Like I said, you wanted space. You wanted space. You're not talking to them. You felt the way you felt, and you stood your ground. Boundaries. I mean, I'm learning too with boundaries, adjusting, but I like it. I do. It's fun because you will have to show me. You feel me? So I like it. 2 cards dropped for you. You might have felt like you and this person had a very deep connection as well. When you would talk to this person, y'all had deep connection. This is why this probably hurts so much. Empathetic understanding. And foster empathy by putting yourself in your partner's shoes. Understands their perspective, validate their feelings, and respond with compassion. So you probably try to see it in this person's perspective, you know what I'm saying? You know, paying their bills. You probably felt like, you know, I understand you gotta pay your bills. I mean, I understand you gotta do this. You took the time to understand where they was coming from. However, they probably didn't take the time to understand where you were coming from. So that's what made you walk away. Although you did feel you had a deep connection with them, it just, I would say this is something that you would need a boundary on, Sagittarius. If speaking from me to you, a boundary. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, you gotta pay your bills and stuff like that, but I need to get to know you first on a personal level outside of what I saw that brought me to you. I need to know you on a personal level before I can even hit you with the judgment. Unless you found out for sure their intentions, that they was like, you had evidence, then I mean, I completely understand why you cut ties, right? But if you are suspecting that the person that you are currently dealing with the energy like this, the way they moving, and then they came to you with an offer that just wasn't sufficient, like, I'm still on this. Like, I'm gonna come and put you with a little bit of crumbs. This is some challenges that we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? My intention is to hurt you though. However, you still walking with peace and harmony, you know what I mean? People in your energy, possibly this person, you still walk with peace and harmony. And they wanted, you put them in the code because you was like, look, I'm still, you know, I respect you, but your offer, the way you walk and the way you moving, it's just like, am I supposed to be happy with the coin that you giving me? Because at the end of the day, the coin you trying to propose, it seemed a little fishy to me, like you trying to, like you coming for me or something. And I'm gonna just be graceful and respectfully. I'm gonna just respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I'm just respectfully. And then this person, of course, is in the code, but they don't understand, because why don't you see it in the financial aspect? It's like, you know, we can make so much money together, you know what I'm saying? If you was a part of this, like, you know, that's what they coming at, you know what I'm saying? It's like, But at the same time, when the way you saw them was like this, you was like, I thought you was cool. I thought you was coming to help us out, or I thought you was coming to, you know, really be on some good stuff. But you really not. You out here fooling the folks. You know what I'm saying? And then you had an understanding. You understood them in the way you understood them, however that may be. But at the end of the day, you just said respectfully, I need some space. You know. You know, we had a good connection, you know, it was deep, but we don't have the same kind of understanding. So I'm gonna just go ahead about my business. I mean, that sounds like a Sagittarius. That sounds like a Sagittarius. I'm curious to know how they feel about you. You guys, like I said, you guys are fun. Oh man. Resilient love. Build resilient love by facing challenges together. Support each other during tough times. Learn from difficulties and grow stronger together as a couple. This person's not giving up on you. Grateful partner. Grateful partnership. They're not giving up on you. They still looking like, I know you didn't just walk away from me. I know the love of my life did not just walk away from me. That's what I picked up on. And if you are, I was just so grateful to have a piece of you when I did. I'm so grateful. And look what I said. I said you guys are so fun to be around. I got a playful energy, playful connection. They must have had fun being around you. You must have made this person laugh. They probably was like, look, the way we've been vibing, we can make some money off our connection. Do you not understand that? We have a playful bond. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said I felt like you like this person. You did. The intentions that came in, you liked this person at first. You did. You really did. And then they came in like this, and you was like, but I know you trying to do this. And then you was just like, well, I'm respectfully do this, but then this person is playing, just playing. You're just playing. Come on now. And you saw them as like so sweet, so kind. I mean, they presented themselves like the one, that guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, I like the way your heart is. I like the way it beat, right? And you're just like, yeah. And it made them even see it your way when you let them know, like, man, I know you trying to hit me with one of these. You know, you're not about to hit me with one of these and have me ending up like this. You're not about to have me ending up like that. So, you know, I'm gonna be nice, but I'm gonna tell you to kindly get the fuck on out of here. And now they're like this. Oh, can you let me back in? I was so grateful for your love. I can't let go. I'm not gonna give up on your love. I'm not giving up. You can't leave. We have a good, playful connection. You liked them because you did have, I mean, you did. You liked them. You had fun with them. It was deep. I mean, you had fun. But then you said, get out my face. Let me have some space. You're probably in a step of thinking about it, though. You're probably thinking about it. You probably told them you would think about it. Because Sagittarius, y'all don't completely close the door with people. That's what I've noticed with y'all. Like, y'all don't completely shut the door. You leave a little crack in there. But you'll never tell me you left the crack there. You just leave it there. And then if the right person knows how to just have confidence in themselves enough to just open the door a little bit and say, are you sure? Because, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, well, I didn't say it was completely over. I just needed some space, you know? But you're also watching how much space they may give you, right? So it's understandable. This is pretty. It's pretty because it's like you're the pretty in this energy. Is because you're sitting pretty. That's more like it. What I'm trying to say, like you're sitting more prettier in this situation, because it's like you're not you're not tolerating anything. You know you're aligned with spirit. You're trusting in the divine. You're moving in the spirit of the divine. You're not you're not like sweet harmony. You know spirit got your back at the end of the day, so you're not really worried about nothing. You know, you try to communicate with grace with this person, and you live as in a doghouse. It's just that simple. And then this person is just kind of like, baby, come back. I'm hearing it. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong. So it's kind of like where they're at, wherever you're dealing with. Sachi, who is you dealing with? I wish I could go off signs. I really do, but I don't like to do that because it can confuse people's energy. You'll know who I'm talking about based off me talking. I'm sorry, I'm touching the cards. I'm hearing this person. It's just the baby come back. It's like they're sitting in the car and they're just playing it. I hear I got another song. Sometimes I wish raindrops would fall. This person could be an old head. They could listen to like really older music, you know? When you're around this person, they're probably very, very old school with their music selection. They're not a person that's like, with today's modern music, they rely more on old school when you're with them. And I think this is something you were probably fond of, the fact that they had an old soul to them and you liked that. It was authentic to you. I'm trying not to touch the cards, but it's funny because every time I touch this person's energy, it's just, they are sorry. They are sorry. Extremely sorry. You might have got communicated with them. They might communicate with you. Anything with a one, maybe 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. They will reach out to you. They are gonna communicate with you. They're not gonna, they feel you could be a missed opportunity if they don't act, because you just shut them out, and you probably aren't normally like that. Like when you guys were talking, you probably never shut this person out. You probably, when they were around you, you did not, you were available. You were available. You were able to spend time with them, whatever they needed, because you enjoy being around them too. And then you started seeing a different side of them that you just did not like. I'm gonna get another tarot on the challenges, because honestly, I'm curious about this. I want, actually, give me this person's energy, please. One more card. One more card. Just for this person's energy, and then I'll go back into challenges. I just want to know. One more card on this person's energy, please. Usually I do threes, but and leave it like that. But oh man, that one jumped out. Hold on. Like I said, they gonna come in. I know it, yeah. But they always coming in one damn pinnacle. I just don't understand. They like put a little bit more sweetener on the deal. Put a little bit more on there. See if you fall for this one. Can I get one more card on the person that's I need to know. This person is I am interested because you come in tough and you want me to bat for you so bad. But it's like you know, but I always like to say is the truth, but it's like that's how I always get to see Ace of Wands myself, even though it is but it's just like they just they come in with an offer for sure. Six of Wands in reverse is what this person also dropped out as well. Like upright, like okay. What is upright is like worth something to be celebrated, you know what I mean? Like all eyes on this person, but in reverse is like either you see them as like no, and that's tough, or they can feel as though they know you don't see them like how you used to see them, although they are coming to make an offer. It does have the potential to grow. Like, I'm not gonna say it don't have potential to grow. I'm not gonna say this person doesn't have the potential to show you that they are different, because the cards aren't saying anything otherwise. It's just the what they're offering isn't gonna be top tier as you think. You know, it's not gonna come the way they present in the pinnacle to you. Like, it's not gonna seem all glamorous and rainbows, right? You can look at it like, we don't know. And she back out her room. Go back in your room. Matter of fact, go back in your room. They not the pinnacle they coming with is not like a pinnacle you're gonna be like, ooh, right? But it's action nonetheless that does have the potential to grow. You know, it does have the potential to be something. You know, again, I had to learn the lessons too. Like certain things you do want it because if it has good intentions, it will grow into something special. I want two more on this person and we're gonna thank him. Tower, change. I'm saying, like I said, this person, you can't beat the shit up. This person has the potential to change. Spirit says they have the potential to change. You know, like upright. Yeah, the way they about to come over here and present it, you already feeling like this person, you need to come over here. You need to come show me. You don't guys tell me. You know what I mean? I see you how I see you already. So they put a little sweetener on them. They was like, listen, this is what I'm coming with. How about this? You know what I mean? You already was like, but then at the same time, it's just like, it has a potential to grow, change. I would say, you know, especially, you know, Sagittarius, if you don't have other options, that's for those, some of y'all Sagittariuses, the ones that are rarely not having other options. Sagittarius, we have an option. But if you're an energy that doesn't have a lot of options, yeah, it's not to say you can't get them. Okay, it's just saying that this particular person had your attention, right? And you ain't got nothing but time, Seji. You ain't got nothing but time, baby. So you don't need to rush into anything. Whatever they're offering you, you be like, okay, well, I need to see actions if this is what you're talking about, right? And give them the opportunity to grow and change. And they may surprise you. That's what I'm saying. Like, spirit says they have the potential to change. And if they do, they do. One more. You try to play with me right there, Spirit. What are you trying to play? And be like the whole day trying to go, man, don't do that. Be like, don't do that. I'm drained. I'm gonna have to do Aries tomorrow morning. By the way, this is draining me, Seji. Wow. Wow. Crazy work. Wow. They were pulling for a message. They dropped 2 cards. Man, why do y'all do this to me? I'll be like 1. Y'all be like 2. I'll be like 1. Y'all be like 2. Nine of Wands. Page of Cups. I'll be darned. Be darned. Yeah, this person this person might change. They gonna come with a cup of emotion. They went from coming with not quite understanding emotionally where you're coming from to taking the time. I guess the space made this person say, look, I got the time. I got the time. Please don't count me out. I got the time. I'm glad I read more into this person because, to be honest, I was unsure. Let me check out that line of wands just to validate, but this is very interesting of a person. Who are y'all dealing with? Resilience, courage, perseverance. You know, I'm country, so do not tease me in the chat, please. I'm trying my hardest. Perseverance. There we go. Test of faith. Boundaries. And see, I was concerned. But they saying with the Tower, with the Page of, like, this person, at first they probably was not on that, but Spirit saying that growth will happen with this particular person. They like you a lot to put in the work to change. How you see them matters to them. They like you so much that the way you see them is all they care about. And if it means they have to change and understand your perspective and understand the emotional aspect that they did not once see before, they will. They will, and they feel. I feel strongly about that. Like, they are not playing about that. They want you to know they will put whatever effort is necessary to show you that they can change from how you once see them. It says here, upright, creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility. So like they look at a change. Like, they not. As a dreamer, okay, vision inspires this creative. Sorry, it's hearts and new experiences. And let your emotions guide you to it and explore, and encourages you to see the world and wonder and approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness. This person, that's why I told that you cannot make it up. This person feels as though, no, they didn't understand your perspective before, but with you separating yourself away from them and you taking the high road and being like, "Well, I calmly decline them out," they was like, "Listen, you ain't have to take all your energy away like that. That's unnecessary, Sagittarius." You did not have to walk away like that. Because I see it. I see what you're saying. And I'm open to hearing what you have to say. I'm open to understanding your emotional perspective. And thus, I will grow. Thus, I will understand the message you gave me. And I'm going to grow from that. So that way, you understand that you illuminated me. I want you to know you illuminated what I didn't want to see before. And now I'm ready to take on anything you got. Give me something else to know. Teach me what you know. Teach me what you know. Because I'm creatively open to listening to your emotional perspectives. I'm okay with understanding what you got to say. I'm okay with hearing your voice, because you know what? I'm willing to let that strike me down and I grow from it and become stronger from it and understanding you. But they're just concerned that you see them like this, just not as you once did. And they want you to look past that because they want to grow with you. They want you to be the one to tell them. And it can make sense where Spirit's advice is strength and death. You know, end of something. It could be an end of how they once were. This particular person. That could be a death that they needed. And thus, they advise you to have strength. You're just sitting pretty though. You're sitting pretty right now, because it's like this person has to show it to you. They have to. For you to believe it, they do have to show it. They could say it in the cards and when I touch them all day, but it's really about, you're gonna have to put in the effort though. You're gonna have to look again. Hear this person out, Sagittarius, right? Because I know you recently probably just stopped talking to this person, right? Or whatever the reason may have been for y'all to start communication for your family member or whatever. However, the effort that they bring it towards you, hear them out. You know, you don't have to accept it right away. You can change the way you want to take it, right? You don't have to take it as they present it to you. You have an option to change it into what best fits you, right? So if they're bringing something to you and you like, I don't like the way you presented that to me, how about this? How about you show me like this? You have the right to do that. And if this person's willing to take the steps to grow and show it to you, then this person does have the potential to change. That's what I got off of it. Can I get Sagittarius' challenges still with this? Will be any more challenges with this connection if they say go towards the person? Will there be any more challenges, and what will those challenges be, Spirit? They won't let me take the next one, so they're saying the one on top. Okay. The moon. Something's being illuminated to you. It's kind of cute. Me personally, it's kind of cute. And see, the cards started going. See, Spirit be like locking the cards up, like nope, nope, nope. One more. Thank you. Sorry if it went out, but y'all candles are done. So y'all messages come to an end. One on the clock. So y'all could be seeing 11. Bottom of the deck. Give this person a shot, Saji. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. Again, you can control your boundaries here, Saji. You have the power to control. You have the power. You do, to control how you want this to go. You don't necessarily, for those who really like this person and don't want them to go, right? You really like the energy, the playfulness, the deep connection, you know what I mean? You really, really like this. So if that's the case, give them a shot. Like, even with what they got over here, to me, like this, it's like, and you felt it was heartbreak. I'm not gonna lie. You felt like it was over with. That was coming to an end. But you do have strength here to control the outcome of this situation. You don't necessarily have to end it. And you are ending it for them in a way of how they once thought. Like, for them, how they once used to think, they don't think like that no more. Because you opened up their mental, like, they respect what you have to say. They respect the way you come across to them. They do. And thus they want to grow. Thus they gonna come to you, and they're not gonna, this person probably don't have a lot they can offer you right now, but they did sweeten it up a bit. And honestly, I would say they take the little sweetener, let them know, I'll take this little sweetener if this is how we go about it, and whatever comfortability you like. And then from there, I'm sure they'll grow. You don't want to miss out on this, because you really care about this person. And this is speaking for the Sagittarius who really care about this person. If some of y'all, I'm getting energy, some of y'all could care less. You know what I mean? Again, use your discernment. Whatever fits best for you, do so. But just keep in mind, y'all have boundaries. Everybody does. You know, so utilize them, right? Take the time to assert yourself. Check in yourself. What is it that you don't tolerate and what you do tolerate when it comes to what this person has done to why you're not even communicating with them. And then establish where they can prove to you that they're not what you initially thought they were, and that they have the potential to understand and grow from that. sometimes you can come in someone's life and they're unaware of their thought process and how they move, how that could be perceived to someone, until they find someone that they truly care about. And the only perception they care about is how you see them, because they see you in a certain light. Thus, they're willing to change because they want to be able to have a positive perception from you. And they're willing to show you in action that they are not initially what you thought they were, and that they can be better. You know, I've seen so many, and I'm getting some movies in my head too, of where, and there's a lot of Disney, I like a lot of Disney, but it's a lot of character development where a character will appear to another character a certain way, and they automatically will judge them and count them out because of what they've seen. For example, Aladdin. They just said it, Aladdin, right? When Aladdin first met Jasmine, he presented himself as a quick talker, a little thief, a little slick criminal that can get away from the police. You know what I mean? And then he also presented himself in a form of a romantic, kind-hearted person that's down to earth and loves the streets. And she enjoyed who this person was at his core. And then when they separated, you know, he stole something that meant value of her, but he didn't really steal it. The monkey stole it, but she perceived him as a thief. Like, you're not going to be anything. You're going to amount to what you are. And he didn't like that perception that she got from him based on what he was used to doing, what the only thing he knew how to do to survive. He did what he had to do to survive. But you would think less of me because of a miscommunication or something I didn't get to show you. So now this person, like I said, now Aladdin, for example, he showed her in who he is that he's not like that, right? It's all about perception, you know. It's the same here. Take the time to think about it. With Moon, take a minute to think about it. Take a minute to illuminate about it. If you have to, there is a black moon. Take a minute, look at the black moon, and look into your thoughts. For those who see this reading before the black moon, those who are going to be seeing this reading after, you know what I'm saying, take the time to actually take a minute to look into your mental, how this person made you feel. How do you miss this person? What did you enjoy about this person? And then give them an opportunity to prove themselves and make them be consistent. If they cannot be consistent, then follow your discernment in the connection. If they, however, show you that they have it in them to change, then it might be a connection worth fighting for at the end of the day. Alright, Sagittarius, that was your reading, honey. You have now reached the longest video on my channel. And it's because you guys' reading did start off a little longer than normal. So I did like 5 minutes of me jabbering. However, thank you so much for being here on the channel and enjoying the reading. If you, again, Sagittarius, this reading resonated in any formality or way, hit a like down there on the bottom. You know, a little one that like D, click it. So that way I know this reading resonated for you and that you can come back for another reading when it's time. And then I got you. And yeah, it was a pleasure. Also, Sagittarius, keep in mind, if you guys want a free reading from me, if I resonated with you, you can get a free reading for the first 100 people who ask for it. And after that, if you don't ask for a free reading, you won't get one. It's just that simple. Because once I get past 100 people, I'm charging. It's just that simple. I don't want to see y'all say, why is all the video late? First 100 people, you get a free reading. After that, about the Denali. Okay? It was wonderful energy I read for y'all. I'm drained, so I ain't even gonna lie. Sachi. I ain't gonna be able to do Aries until the morning. Aries, see you then.